Ahead of the People's Democratic Party Mekoma National Executive Committee meeting scheduled for April 17th and 18th, party stakeholders and power blocks have renewed their battle for control of the party structure. As contending power blocks, prominent among which are party faithfuls, whose political interest align with that of the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, that's the FCT, in person of Nyesom Wike, and those of the former Vice President of Nigeria, Atiku Abubakar. The battle for supremacy continues, and the stage appears to be set for this particular showdown. Now joining me to unravel all of this is Segun Showunmi, the PDP Chairman hopeful from Abuja. Thank you for your time, Segun.
Good evening. Thank you for having me. New Central.
All right, now let's go back a bit. How would you describe your party, that's the People's Democratic Party, since it lost the 2015 elections in terms of leadership, structure, and of course, what it is today?
Well, I think that so far so good. There's no reason why a political party will not lose election or cannot lose election. Political parties will win some elections and sometimes they will lose. The PDP as a party has won about 4 elections back to back. They had 16 years. And now they lost. We lost in 2015. And the ruling party, we're not exactly sure of how they manage election processes. I personally believe that all the gain of transparency, credibility in the election process has been lost under them, but let me concede that they have also been in charge 3 election cycles. So I think that, yes, within that context, there's a need for PDP to review its own processes. The parties are beginning to resemble themselves too much, except for the actions and attitude of individuals, and that can be right. Political parties must be easily differentiated by their own ideological drive and the positions they hold.
Okay, I'm sorry to cut in. You said the parties are beginning to look quite similar. I believe you're referring to not just the ruling party, but also the opposition. And you talked about political ideology.
Yes.
What is the political ideology of the People's Democratic Party?
No, don't be in a hurry. Don't run too faster than your leg can carry. Let me take you to where I'm taking you to.
Okay.
When I say they resemble themselves, I mean that all of them taking their cue from PDP, the parents, oldest political party, have copied us so much until they now begin to look like a fake version of PDP. Be that as it may, it behoves us now to reinvent our positions and make ourselves distinctively different from every other party. And in that regard, I think we'll work very hard on that. I also think that people have been holding their breath, believing that just by being candidates of the party, it translates automatically to victory in the election. I don't share that view. I feel that elections are getting far more serious, and political parties must improve their election, contest capability and potential. That means they must repair their own framework for managing internal democracy. They must repair the framework for making sure that everybody transparently knows how processes are run and reduce the bickering. We must increase, strengthen the capability for reconciliation and party discipline, and definitely we must be a bit more light-footed to be able to contest and win an election. So basically, for those reasons, I think the PDP to have some room for improvement. But by and large, we have been a fairly more moderate opposition. We have been a little bit more circumspect as to what it takes to implode the country and to make the country ungovernable. But we have also been very vocal and we have been very pushful. And maybe, if at all, you can say we have refused to make the country ungovernable. We've not gone all over the world demarketing Nigeria like our rivals did. But all the same, it's a fresh day tomorrow. We're going to go for the neck. Hopefully some of the issues that have remained reoccurring in the system and in the media will be addressed and arrested. And by the grace of God and the hope of the people of Nigeria, the party will be ready for its next set of responsibilities.
Okay, thank you so much. But I'm still going to go back to the aspect of political ideology. What exactly is the political ideology of the People's Democratic Party? Because one of the issues that is happening within the party right now is accusation of anti-party activities. And so for clarity, what is the ideology of the PDP?
Okay. The People's Democratic Party of Nigeria is a right of center party. By right of center, I mean It is a party that believes in the free market. It believes in free enterprise and private sector being drivers of the economy, with an underpinning that life must be abundant and made, comfortable for all citizens of the country. 1 point. The other thing is that the People's Democratic Party of Nigeria is a pan-Nigerian party that believes in the right of every part of Nigeria and every religious tendencies within the Nigerian country. That's why you will never see us do things like Christian ticket, Muslim ticket. The PDP as a political party also believes that our party is an umbrella for all citizens and all persons in the country. That's why our slogan is power to the people, recognizing that the welfare of the child of the nobody is central to their ability to grow, to aspire, and to be whatever they want underneath the auspices of our party. Our party also believes, from an ideological point of view, that it is a democratic institution and people must have the right of their opinion, the right to be heard, the right to sometimes even have alternative viewpoint, but most importantly, the party is supreme. So if you put it tight nicely, you will say we are a bit to the right, the center being, where everybody is trying to go. But we're not a socialist party by any stretch of imagination. We are a private, a party that believes in free markets. But we also believe in life abundant for the people of Nigeria.
I mean, you said quite a number of things concerning the ideology, but do you see this ideology resonate with party members, members who
Absolutely.
consider themselves faithful to the party? Do you see that happen?
Absolutely. If you look at all our governors, there's no governor in the PDP that is leading or running a state in the PDP that is not pro-people. We don't run a fiefdom of a few people being in charge and a party of one man, his family. We don't do that. We're a party where this person will come today, another one can be tomorrow, and that person that is there knows that we're pro-education. We're the ones that did universal basic education to make sure that every child in Nigeria is entitled to the first 9 years of education, free, paid for by government. Our rivals are a people that believe that education now is a private sector-led system where people must come and get loans to be able to go to school. We're not like that. We're people that believe in accessibility to health for all persons, and that's why we're the one that did the primary health initiative in the country that put health centers all over the world and also create primary health centers everywhere, including federal medical centers in certain locations. That's us. We're people that believe in gender sensitivity. We're the most gender sensitive government, administration, and party. We're the ones who give women the opportunity to fly, as against our rivals who obviously just make women come in and become extremely corrupt and run into all sorts of issues. We're the ones that give you Okonjo-Iweala, we give you Omelte, we give you so many of them. So we are a people who understand that Africa and Nigeria will be a better country when we can allow the women to have much more decent participation. And we're struggling with it. It's not perfect yet, but we're good at it. And I think everybody in our party gets it.
I mean, talking about everybody in the party getting it.
The answer is no.
I'm sorry to interject. Talking about all party members getting it. Right now, the People's Democratic Party, in terms of membership and cohesion, seems a bit divided. Now, many, or quite a number of the members feel that some members are, being accused of anti-party activities, even at the leadership level. The reason why I asked all of that is I want to tie it down to loyalty to the party itself. So there's a faction that seems loyal to the Wike group.
You have made the question.
Yes,
the question is clear. I don't want us to.
So my question to you is this: what do you make of those allegations of some members, being anti-party?
Okay, I think that what you must understand is that over the history of our country, Nigerians have been under the dictatorship for a longer period. Democracy is just about now 25 years or thereabout. And in that 25 years, 16 years in national leadership of the PDP, there's a new tendency on the block, which is the APC. Unfortunately, they're the ones that are responsible for this ugly trend. Why? Because rather than grow their party in an organic manner and get their own members and keep their own members there, from the beginning, all they wanted to do was just entice our member, steal our member, take our members away from them,
and
from us.
Is that the fault of the APC?
Can you let me just land on my thought, please? Even though when they won the election, they didn't stop at that, Everybody who comes into their party is a free citizen. The people that are not in their party are hounded. So all of these things can sometimes influence people being cowed and moving toward them, but it doesn't matter. The politics is a free joining and a free living association, and within that context, there's still enough, energy. There's still enough gravitas within the PDP. And if you are talking about the recurring decimal of the immediate, history of maybe the issues around Rivers State and the former Rivers State governor, I must say very, very clearly that's an unusual situation. But the character of a human being will always play out in how they act. Rivers has always been an important position in politics in Nigeria. Odili was extremely important. He didn't get presidential ticket. He didn't behave this way. Other people, Rotimi Amici is a very important member. He left the party. He struggled to get presidential ticket in APC. He didn't get it. He's not behaving this way. We have an unusual situation with the Wike one. I think that situation is even made worse by the attitude and the conduct of the President Bola Tinubu, who seems to be sort of enabling him and encouraging him instead of telling him that there's certain kind of behavior that's not expected in a democracy. But by and large, we're going to go to NEC in a couple of days, and when we're done with the NEC, we'll see how the decision will be. I don't want to preempt them, and I'm not saying that they should go into the NEC to scapegoat him or anybody at that. I just want them to go to the NEC, look at the issues of the party, look at the things that requires the party to move forward, make up their mind whether we're doing a new Congress or convention so that I can just go throw in my hat and go and contest. If they want to retain it in the North Central, find the best time for it, and then let's see how we go. But one thing I will say for free to you is that a political party that is democratic cannot be immune from some of the challenges of the PDP. You can't compare us with the APC that is just one man who speaks and everybody lies on and die or play dead.
Now, you made mention of course, Nyesom Wike. Now, in a recent interview, you actually did attribute the agitation for the removal of the acting chairman, that's Damagum, and also the internal conflicts and rancor, particularly within the party and its leadership, to what you described as the Wike problem. Would you like to elaborate on that?
Well, I call it the Wike challenge. I didn't call it the Wike problem. The Wike challenge is that, in the sense that in the country before now, when any leader leaves a party, they leave completely and do a straight cut-off. For the first time in the history of our country, we have a situation where a particular personality in the person of the present Minister of FCT is playing a very active role in the APC. We see the footprints of all the efforts of trying to bring as much of his follower into APC. And yet at the same time he's saying he's fully in PDP, he's not alive with PDP. People make a lot of allegations, people make a lot of conjectures, but I don't believe those things. I think that generally what is on the table is that, yes, the party has a responsibility to look at its own rules, look at its laws, look at its procedures, and look at its protocols, and apply it. I do not accept again for the often time that we should victimize or scapegoat one person, but I think that the laws and the rules of the political parties must be applied in such a manner that everybody gets it. There must be a line that people are not allowed to cross, even in life. If you want to be a member of a family, there are rules and regulations as what constitutes proper conduct there. If you're a member of a community, there are rules and regulations of what constitutes proper conduct there. You cannot be a member of a political party and then you're going to be like a bull in the china shop in that party.
So
that
whose fault is this?
But it is
I mean, the Wike situation right now, whose fault is this? You keep taking a swipe at the APC, whereas, I mean, his roots, he still keeps claiming he's a member of the People's Democratic Party. Is that the fault of the APC or the fault of the PDP?
I hear you. Did I appoint him as Minister of FCT? The answer is no. Is he somebody that people did not know his tendencies?
The People's Democratic Party's leadership could have done something about it, don't you think?
No, one second. You're asking for what? He says he's a member of the party. If he has not broken any law, what are you going to punish him on?
So he hasn't broken any law?
You will ask him.
He hasn't?
What law has he broken? Listen.
Okay, you can't target an anti-party maybe activity.
No, hold on a minute. You don't know what constitutes anti-party. You need to listen. You're asking a very senior member of the party a question, and I'm providing you with an answer. Don't assume you know it. Now, what I'm saying to you is that he wrote a letter, it is alleged, that to say that he has been invited to come and form a part of government. And he said, okay, I'm going to be part of that government, which happened before the former Attorney General. And he said he's a member of the party. That's what he has said. For that to constitute anti-party activity, it will mean that the party did not give approval tactically or in writing that he should go. But now that he has gone there and is now acting there, the party cannot be fixated on a Wike issue all the time. The only reason why this conversation is getting a bit irritating is because in Rivers State now, we have a fluid situation in our hand where all the members of our party that won and got elected into the House of Assembly have overnight converted themselves into APC. They have refused to vacate the seat. The immediate past governor is enabling and encouraging them. The President of the Federal Republic, knowing fully well that that's not the right conduct, that's not the right attitude, is also encouraging him. Is Wike bigger than the President? Is Wike bigger than the country? Is Wike tantamount to the whole of Rivers State? Is Wike tantamount to the PDP? These are issues. But if you are saying strictly in terms of whether he has broken the law, I would say that it's up to the leaders of the PDP to look at our book. And I repeat, you must not scapegoat one person. If there is enough blame to go around, you are best to draw the line and say, here you go and no further. Nobody must do this going forward. If you do it, this is the consequences. But to begin to make it seem as if there's one superwoman in Nyesom Wike, I find that extremely annoying and really laughable. Yes, he has some money which he got as a result of being in charge of government, but money is not the only consideration when it comes to looking at what's important for a political party.
All right, now let's talk about the party's NEC's meeting slated for the 17th and 18th of April. What should we expect, or what should be on the agenda?
Don't be in a hurry. It's purely an internal party matter. In the first instance, we're even a party that is saying we're going to do NEC, and it's cause for conversation. There are other parties in this country. The ruling party is a party. You hardly hear how they pick members of their own executive. They just go by fiat, remove the guy, and that's it. He goes home to go and sleep, doesn't protest. The next day in the morning, they remove the secretary, doesn't protest. The next day in the morning, they remove the publicity man. They just do whatever they like to do in their party. But we are a democratic institution. We are a free joining, free living association. We are a party that believes in the right and the opportunity for people to have their voice and their opinions heard. So naturally, we don't have the piece of the graveyard that they have in the APC. But it has its own flip side. But I would want the members of the media not to over-exaggerate issues. We're going for our NEC because it's statutorily expected. When we get to that NEC, we're going to deal with the issues we need to deal with. And I hope and I believe and I pray that the leaders of the party, when they get into the NEC, will take the kind of decisions that is good for the party, both for now and its future. That's all I'll say on that. Other than that, it will be preemptive to be saying this is what they will do in NEC and this is what they will not do.
All right, now let's talk about the current leadership. I mean, the acting chairman is tenure, that's Umam Damagum's leadership. What do you make of the current administration and structure, of a style of leadership, even though some factions have accused him of anti-party activities?
When people throw words, I don't do that. I don't like to do that. You cannot make an assertion that you cannot substantiate. I know that he's been acting in one capacity or the other as a result of the unfortunate situation where a judgment came from Benue State saying that the former National Chairman, IU, did not do one thing or the other, and therefore he's no longer a member. I believe that there's a case in court challenging that. Our constitution does not create confusion. It allows the next member of the party from that zone to act. Damagun is acting. With all due respect, is acting the best way he knows how to act. And if anybody says he's getting instruction from somebody, they will have to come and tell me where's the evidence of that instruction. If people say, oh, they want him to put in more energy and all that, no man can give what he doesn't have. If people say, okay, they want to change that, or they want to revert, or they want to review the whole issue holistically, then we will stick to saying we want to review the whole issue holistically. But I do not call a dog a bad name just to hang him. No, I won't do that.
All right, just before I let you go, Segun, can you kindly confirm, would you be running for the top job in the party as national chairman?
Yeah, I will. I mean, it's all about the world. The members of the party, younger elements of the party, a great momentum is building, pushing and nudging and asking me to come and be national chairman of the party. I've considered the issues very well. I think I can be a good national chairman for the PDP. I believe in the party. I know what we need to do. I know how we need to do it. I understand that a party must be a platform that includes everybody. I know that a party must not pander to one tendency at the expense of the other. I know that this party must obey its own laws, especially because it makes the work easy for the judiciary. We don't need to keep going to court on issues that we could have easily mitigated against if only we obeyed our own self-given rules. I know that we have to be science-driven in terms of our decision-making process. I know that we have to believe in and practice justice, equity, fairness, and inclusivity. I know all this, and I know the party have been here since day one. But hey, when you go to the NEC, we're going to hear from them. It's either they're saying we're going to do a new convention, then automatically floodgates open, I throw my heart in fully. Or they're going to say they want to stay in the, the North Central, where the last chairman that got removed comes from. Then we'll look at that again as, okay, now that you're saying this, what does that really mean? But bottom line is, yes, members of the party are saying I should come and be chairman. And I think that I'm a damn good material to be chairman. But hey, we'll have to see, wait and see how it is. Normally, you're supposed to be invited to be chairman. It's because we're such a democratic institution. People are saying, let's even make it a bit more interesting. Let's convert our chairmanship into a presidential candidacy or a presidential contest. And if that be the case, I've been going around the country and I'll keep going around the country. And I will be chairman. I mean, if it's the will of the people, of course.
I mean, we wish you all the best in your aspiration. But one big issue right now within the party has to do with unity. And let me borrow the word, draining the swamp. Quite a lot of things which you even highlighted are wrong at the moment. Taking tough decisions.
Don't worry, we'll be united. We will be. We will be. I think that, you see, like I keep telling people, because the party is democratic, it's not like a fiefdom of one man sits down in his house and backs others. People are going to come in with their own views, and it has its own flip side. The flip side is that it can go on a little bit too long. But I think that by the time we come up with a better reconciliation and what's the word I'm looking for? Crisis management template for the party, I think, and then apply discipline, obey the law. I think we'll also step over that. We've been here for 25 years. We're the kind of party that can be here for the next 100 years.
And of course, anything is possible. But let's talk about the North Central's agitation, to retain the chairmanship position, at least for the former leader. What do you make of it?
I think that the North Central has to look themselves in the eyes and ask themselves, how did they even lose IU in the first instance? Nobody from outside came to throw IU out. Benue caucus and Benue people were the ones who went to throw the apple cart upside down and remove him. Now the constitution says, yes, they have a right to find a replacement from their zone, but they're not going to hold us by the jugular or force us to just come and now start looking at later day interested party men, people who have not given a single defense to this party since we started this 2023 upward issue, and suddenly now they're saying that there's some chairmanship available, and automatically now we see them running from media house to media house, saying things they don't believe and talking in a manner that that, okay, they just want to take the job, but they don't really know what they don't want to do it. And I don't think that the party should get into a situation where you're angry with Wike, therefore you're going to be in bed with the other man, or you're in bed with the other man, and therefore you're angry with me. No. The party must be designed in such a way that it can accommodate everybody and it can punish anybody. That's what I think on that. But yes, if it is the way, after the NEC, we will know. But I think that the constitution does not say Benue must produce the chairmanship. The constitution says that zone, and that position was zoned to the North Central. If you ask me, I have an idea of who I would like to support as chairman, but I won't answer that today until we're done with the NEC.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, Segun Showunmi, People's Democratic Party Chairman Hopeful. Once again, thank you.
You're most welcome. Thank you for having me.